I am going to die. I'm gonna try not to get emotional in this video, because if it looks like I've been crying, it's because I have been. I'm gonna explain what I mean. Hey, I am Myra Cassidy, empowerment coach, religious trauma specialist, actress, writer, and speaker, and you're watching Sisters Living with Religious Trauma Syndrome. What is this about? This is about me trying to raise awareness to an emerging field that of religious trauma syndrome, because I, in fact, have it, and it's horrific. And that's what's bringing me to, how I started out today. I am an active witness. Yes, I get that that's super, super confusing for a lot of people. But I am an active witness. What that looks like is I don't worship at the hall. I have limited contact with the hall because I can't, right? Trying to have too much communication or even going physically, even reading my Bible physically will cause me to become triggered. And that's some deep stuff. No matter if you're one of Jehovah's Witnesses or not, to not be able to read your Bible daily and you want to, that's enough to make you want to lose hope right there, right? So going through something like this is terrible. So like I said, though, I'm an active witness. I do not represent the worldwide organization of Jehovah's Witnesses. I also want to share that I'm a coach. I'm not a therapist. So this is brought to you for informational purposes. And I do offer one-on-one coaching. And this month, being May, Mental Health Awareness Month, I really want to pour more into my sisters who fall in that inactive space and try to kind of reach out to individuals who may be inactive Jehovah's Witnesses because of religious trauma to say, hey, did you know I have a Facebook support group? You're more than welcome to join. I just did some workshops in that space this month, for the month of May, every morning at 8 a.m. group journaling time. And I'm really, really big about pouring into that space and giving as much information as I can of no cost. So definitely, if you fall and you identify as an inactive witness, and the best way to describe religious trauma, if you have never really understood the concept or the vocabulary words, is when you think about going to the meeting or the Kingdom Hall or looking at the watchtower, for some reason you just go, I can't. That's kind of like the best way I can describe the feeling, because I've been there, right? And even if I try to, you go, I can't. So definitely know that space is there for you. But yes, I do coach. I also coach active, inactive, disfellowshipped, and exJWs. More information is in the comment field below. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is the way to get my message across. And it's also a business. It's a way that I grow. It's a way that I'm able to pour out, right? Is by receiving subscribers, and that helps me out. So definitely please subscribe to this YouTube channel. What am I saying? So first and foremost, I did just leave the lupus event today and got really emotional. Started crying there. But no, I don't have lupus. I met the organizer last year, and we kind of started connecting, and she, we had some correspondence. She said she was having this event, so I'm like, I'll go, I'll pop through. I try to support when I can. I had, a little bit of time, so I wanted to pop through. And so glad that I did, because I actually got a lot of encouragement when I was there. And started talking to this individual about, because what's happening for me is I'm a PMO, right? That means physically in and mentally out. Okay, now PMO is a spectrum. So much is a spectrum, right? Some people, being a PMO, in my opinion, you're going to have a certain measure of what's called cognitive dissonance anyway. And, going through religious trauma and healing from it is terrible anyway. It's just a long process to go through, the way it affects your body and your mind, because there's that psychological abuse component. As well as other things, right? I'm a survivor of domestic violence, and religious trauma, is also domestic violence, if you didn't know. So, spiritual abuse, which is religious trauma. Long story short, it goes in tiers, is the way I describe it. Like religious abuse, religious trauma syndrome. That's just the way I kind of break it down for people when I'm talking. So what I will share with you is I have decided as a PMO that it is in my best interest to start processing death. Okay, what do I mean by that? It's just, I was promised, first of all, no matter what Christian religion a person could belong to, just looking at the Christianity. I know some people who are, my viewers may not be Christians at all, and thankful for your support. But, you know, when you look at the world of Christianity, everybody's looking for Jesus to come back, right? That's the way it is. But when you're one of Jehovah's Witnesses and you're my age, now, New Light said, right, that if you're my age, right, that, you know, we're not supposed to grow old, right? Armageddon's gonna come. The earth is gonna be a paradise. You're not gonna grow old. And really, it was kind of promised, not just to my generation. It's like there was, you know, we were told, right, that we weren't gonna grow old and die. Definitely, if you're my age, you're not gonna grow old and die. Like, paradise is gonna be here. What I will say about that is, going through what I've been through. When you go through religious trauma, you have to go through deconstruction and reclamation. You have to ask yourself certain questions and things like that. And, you know, you learn about things like, you know, how cult leaders behave, and you learned about manipulation phrases and how cult leaders behave, how smooth they are. And it's just, I mean, when you're a PMO, you're already saying, you know, that you don't trust everything, right? Y'all lost my trust. But for me, I'm like, nah, y'all gonna count me. I didn't give myself religious trauma. Y'all gonna count me. I want to be counted each and every month for field service time. Y'all gonna count me. I can't go out in field service and knock on doors, you know, but y'all gonna count me. I get my time in with my daughter who's not, you know, baptized. You know, I still talk to her about the Bible, and we still do things so that, you know, in the world, Jehovah's Witnesses counts as field service time. So long story short, though, I've had to just say to myself, Myra, you just need to go ahead and process death. Look, boo, you gonna grow old, you gonna die. You gonna die. You know what I'm saying? And when you think about it like that, I mean, it just causes so much grief, because you go, oh my God, like, you know, it's not like I'm dying now, right? But sometimes just the concept of that, it makes you, sometimes I could just be doing something at Walmart, at the grocery store, and I just kind of get caught up in my feelings, and I'm like, I'm gonna die. I mean, it's hard to process. And for people who truly do exit the religion of Jehovah's Witnesses, a lot of them have a hard time with that, growing older and processing death. What does it look like? And, you know, I think differently. I had some communication with a viewer who, like, stopped following me, my page, and deleted all her comments off my page, and got upset because she was saying to me, like, I've been robbed. I lost my marriage. I lost my career. I've been robbed. And I was trying to empathize with her and saying, you know, I understand I've been robbed too. But when I thought about it, and, you know, I'm going through this new level of my own deconstruction, I'm like, no, I can't say I understand, because I believe that she was older than me. So if I got time, right? If I continue just to grow old, you know, and then, you know, die, I've got time to do a lot of things. But someone who's 20 years older than me, yeah, it's going to be a whole lot harder, because it's like, I don't have a lot of time. You still have a certain measure of your youth on your side, you know. So I just, you know, I wasn't thinking from that perspective in the moment, but I still can empathize, right? Because, you know, I've always, middle school and high school, wanted to go into telecommunications, and things like that. That's what I studied in middle school and high school, was telecommunications. So to find out that it's just not, it's not encouraged in the religion of Jehovah's Witnesses was like just devastating, right? As I got, you know, it was like, oh, that's a 4-year degree, you know, and, you know, you were encouraged to get like 2-year degrees or technical certificates and things like that, if you're like in my age. And then you look up and you see all this social media and social media degrees and all of this stuff, and you go, that is telecommunications. And some of them are 2 years, you know what I mean? So you do feel like that. So when I was at this event today, I asked, you know, 2 survivors of lupus, they were older Black women. I said, are you scared to die? Scared to die? They both said, no, we're not scared to die. We're not scared. And one of them said to me, you know, we just passing through. It was really, really encouraging. I broke down crying. Because it's like, I mean, I hope I live to be, 80 years or something like that. But it's also the fear of, oh my God, we don't know what tomorrow will bring. Yes, I still believe in a paradise earth. Yes, I still believe in, life after death. I'm going to see my children again and all of that. But it's just, I don't want to ever go like this, right? I'm not in a position where I'm ready to go, right? If it happens tomorrow, no, that's going to be a very bad thing for my children, right? I lost so much financially fighting my toxic JWs in court. I lost a lot. And just the emotional and the mental and helping my children through grief, I want to see them as healthy as possible. Right? My youngest is 13. I want to see her do all these amazing, beautiful things. I'm getting a little emotional right now. And I fought hard, and I shouldn't have had to fight that hard. You think about, oh my God, the lack of support from my family. My witness family supported my toxic ex. You know what I'm saying? My goodness. Like, my parents, you know what I mean? He went to go live with my parents when he was court ordered to leave. And it's not just that fact. They supported him. He moved 5 minutes like south from me. And my parents would go visit him on a regular basis. They wouldn't get in their cars and come visit me together. No. My dad's never even came over and said, Myra, let's just pray. Let's just talk. No, he hasn't. But he was sure enough comfortable many, many years ago telling me that I was like Dathan and Abiram and need to be destroyed by fire. You know what I'm saying? And how terrible. So it's just, there's just so much hurt and pain. I think about that. It's like, oh my goodness, if I died tomorrow, my children, me doing what I do is another part. My children is a big part of the why, right? Trying to give them resources and information that they can go from. Because it's very, very likely that my family system dynamic is only going to gaslight everything that I've said and everything that I've done. And then tell them, and gaslight the feelings of my children. Oh, be forgiving. And some of that comes from the religion of Jehovah's Witnesses, the way that, forgiveness, you're told to look at forgiveness. It's like when you're a survivor of trauma and narcissistic abuse, yes, you forgive somebody, but not dealing with them is how you protect yourself. So it's just all those types of feelings. And it's like, oh my goodness, like processing death hurts. Definitely it hurts. I'm gonna stop there for today. I was very happy to go to the lupus event that I went to. So definitely, it was a good event to support. And then I got encouragement too, but I am a little emotional, right? Because just talking to those, I'm processing death right now. Like, what does that look like for me? Growing old and dying, what does that look like? And hopefully, right? Who knows? Maybe it will come tomorrow. Who knows, right? We don't know the day, the hour, but, should I grow old and die? I for me, being a PMO and for me going through what I've gone through, like processing death is absolutely something that I need to do at this time. So that's just me. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Protect yourself, protect your children, heal correctly. Subscribe to my channel. All right.